Hello and welcome to iBluairjgr Gaming for Comedy. These are some tips and tricks for Helldivers on the PC. Tips and tricks for Helldivers on the PC. Boom. The first tip, bring a diverse loadout. In Helldivers, especially in the higher difficulties, enemies come in different shapes and sizes and they have different properties. Some bad guys, they've got heavy armor, and in order to deal with those enemies, you need the appropriate weapon. Other enemies, they're squishy, but they come in large numbers, which means using a precision weapon like the recoilless rifle is ineffective. You know, you're trying to shoot like 20 guys with a bazooka that takes 10 seconds to reload. It's not going to work. You're going to get swarmed and it's not fun. So bring a diverse set of weapons to deal with whatever situation will arise on the battlefield. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. That sounds all well and good, but I don't believe you. Well, believe it. Alright, I brought a shotgun to a big-ass tank fight, and it didn't go well. Okay, to be blunt, it didn't go well. I was shooting this guy. He was taking a little bit of damage, but there's all sorts of ricochet going on. He's deflecting my shots, and he's blowing me up. It didn't work. It didn't work. And needless to say, I got squished. And that's not good. This next tip, however, is incredibly good work with your teammate. If you're playing in multiplayer, coordinate your weapons with the people you're playing with. My primary weapon is a shotgun, and it's great for killing infantry and patrols. My partner, he's using some big-ass rifle, and he's just taking out the big guys in one shot. Look at that. Booms all around. It's incredible. Coordinate with your teammate. It is the right thing to do, and it'll make your life easier. And another tip, don't stand in the blast radius of big bombs. But even if you do, your teammate can respawn you if you're playing in multiplayer. If you're playing in single player, you have a set number of lives. The next tip, if you're not playing with a microphone, you can use the D-pad on a controller to issue simple commands. You can bind that to whatever you want if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, but those simple commands will tell your teammate to wait, to keep moving, to yes or no, blah blah blah. It really goes a long way towards communicating what you want to do in a particular match if you're not using a microphone or if you type really slow. See? They waited. They picked me up. It's all good. The next tip, and probably the most important of all, friendly fire is real. You can kill your teammates, you can kill yourself, and you can kill your objectives or blow them up, right? So be careful where you're pointing your rifle. Honestly, I think this guy was just being an asshole, because look at this, boom, 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 boom. There's nothing on the other side of that thing. I think he blew it up on purpose. Look, okay, maybe he did, maybe he was just, it was a mistake. But either way, just be careful where you point your guns, because when you kill your teammate, that could ruin the mission, because if everybody dies, then the mission ends, and you don't want that to happen, right? You want to finish missions. You don't want them to just end. And here we go. This is our first trick, the Distractor Beacon Stratagem. This is hands down one of my favorite stratagems. You type in the code, you throw this puppy in the distance. What happens is, for a limited time, it will lure all of the enemies towards that beacon. So if you've got to defend an objective, throw that puppy around the corner, bait all the mobs over there, and then you've got an easy defense on your hands. It is my favorite item in the game, and it's really helpful. Last but certainly not least, choose a safe drop zone. Most of the time, it's a good idea to get your special weapons and guns and vehicles out before the action starts to ramp up, and you can do that by selecting a drop zone in some obscure corner of the map, and then once you land, you don't have to worry about patrols coming, and you can just spawn your stuff, and you'll be safe and comfortable and relaxed. And then after you've got all your tanks and your guns ready, you can go kill some stuff. Alright, so there you go. I think those are some good tips. I like them. I use them all the time. I take those tips to heart. I wouldn't tell you anything that I don't use personally in my play experiences, because that would be deceitful if I was to do something like that. I wouldn't approve of that.